Hello everyone! So, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. I finally got the results of my Ancestry DNA test back. I submitted it a couple weeks ago and we just got it back last week, and I've just been trying to find time to make a video to share it with you guys because I'm really excited and a little bit surprised at the results, but I thought it was really cool and you guys seemed really anxious to find out how I shook up between my two parents. So, here we are. This is going to be interesting, guys. Really interesting. So, the first category that they bring up is Africa. I have 2% North African, and then I have less than 1% Senegal. As you recall, both my mom and my dad had a small percentage of DNA from Senegal, so yeah, there we go. It's not too much of a shock there. And then from the Americas, I have 18% Native American, which is more than what my dad had and less than what my mom had. But that's still a pretty sizable percentage. Cool. That's awesome. Total European ancestry I have is 68%. And that all entails 35% Iberian Peninsula, which includes Spain, Portugal, Morocco, and the south of France. So I can't really say that that's much of a surprise considering how my parents are, but anyway, I'll carry on. Here's the big shocker. Are you guys ready for this? I was kind of like not expecting this at all, but I kind of mentioned it in my last video about my ancestry when I was sharing the results of my parents, but I turned out to be right. Oh my god. Okay, are you ready for this? 19% Great Britain. I wound up with more Great British DNA than my dad had. I have no clue how that happened, it just did, and it's there. Wow. Okay, carrying on now. Okay, I have 6% Italy, Greece, which is less than what my mom had and more than what my dad had. My dad had 5%. My mom had 10. Anyway. And then Finland, Northwest Russia, I got 3%. And then Ireland, I also got 3%. And then Europe West, I got less than 1%, which I wasn't exactly expecting because my paternal grandmother is of French heritage. So that was kind of weird. And then I got less than 1% European Jewish. And then the final DNA profile that I got here was 10% Caucasus, which is more than what both of my parents had. So that's very weird. So, once and for all, those are my results for my Ancestry DNA test. I thought they were really interesting. It's good to finally get it out there and, you know, figure out exactly where I came from, and also to figure out like how I shook up between my two parents as far as like DNA profiles go. So that was really cool to figure out. So after my mom did her DNA test, basically what happened was they were trying to come up with close relatives that she may have based on her DNA profile. My cousin David came up as a close relative of my mom, and he's my first cousin. So that was interesting. And then when my DNA profile got added to that whole like profile that we have for Ancestry DNA, where we have the different DNA tests from people we've tested, like my dad, my mom, my grandma, my cousin David, when mine was added, I came up as my mom's and my dad's daughter in comparison to the two DNA tests that my parents did and then me. So that was cool. And then on top of that, when we submitted my maternal grandmother's DNA test, she came up as my mom's mother. So all you people who seem to think that it's some big scam and they don't know what they're doing with these DNA tests, they actually link them to your relatives and stuff like that, so I don't know where you're getting that. So those are the results of my Ancestry DNA test. I thought that they were really fascinating, and I hope you guys did too. If you have any stories about these DNA tests that you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. I would be more than happy to hear about them. As always, I will see you guys later. Bye!